Last year, I competed in my first ever bodybuilding show, got super lean, and finally had visible abs. And I realized this one thing: getting lean as a woman is freaking hard. And not only have I done it for myself, but I have done it for all of the amazing women you see here inside of our Aligned Fitness coaching program. So in this video, I'm gonna give you the no BS advice of how to actually get lean as a woman. This is gonna be the tough things you need to hear. No quick fixes, no gimmicks, just truth and transparency. First off, you need 3 things if you want to get lean, and all 3 of these things need to be in alignment: nutrition, training, and mindset. Section 1 is nutrition. This is really where fat loss happens, so we have to get this part right. Number 1, start tracking your macros. I know it's overwhelming or annoying at first, but this is education that's going to stay with you for the rest of your life if you want to stay lean forever, which I doubt you want to get lean and then lose all of your progress. You need to know how much you're eating. You need to know if you're eating enough protein, enough carbohydrates, and healthy fats to support your goals. It is not a tool for restriction, it's a tool that builds self-awareness. And you also don't need to track macros forever, because once you do it for a couple of years, you really start to master your nutrition. And then you can be like me, where you just maintain a lean physique all year round without really even having to try. Number 2, hit your protein goal. This is non-negotiable if you want to get lean. I recommend 0.8 to 1.2 grams per pound of body weight, but this does not work for everyone. This is just a very general rule of thumb to fit into. If you have more body fat, then you need less protein. If you have less body fat, then you need more protein. Number 3, eat in a calorie deficit if the goal is fat loss, but make sure it is sustainable. I don't mean slashing your calories in half. I don't mean doing fasting. I don't mean doing 1,000 calories a day. You can also achieve a deficit through your energy expenditure too, which I'm going to break down in section 2, but you just require a slight calorie deficit to start losing fat. But it's not just about eating less, it's about eating right. And not all of you should do a calorie deficit right now. Some of you might not be ready to get lean yet. Some of you might be more of that like skinny fat or soft, flabby look, which if you go into a calorie deficit and you try to lose more and more weight, it's not going to make you look more toned because you don't have enough muscle on your body. So some of you watching this need to do a reverse diet where you're actually increasing your food every 2 to 3 to 4 weeks. You're building up your maintenance calories. You're going into a building season. You're building muscle. You have to build a lean body, not starve yourself to get there. And the more muscle you have on your body, the more toned you're going to look when you do your calorie deficit. If you don't know what a reverse diet is, or if you don't know how to do it, who should do one right now, what happens when you do a reverse, and what happens after, I want you to click the link in the description, because I have a free reverse dieting masterclass for you that walks through all of this. And like I said, it's completely free, so go check it out. Number 4, be consistent 6 to 7 days out of the week. Not just 4 days, not just when it's convenient. Make it your lifestyle. If you are consistent only 4 out of 7 days of the week, you are only 57% effective. Why are you expecting 100% results with 57% effectiveness? You don't need to be perfect, but if you are in a calorie deficit, you just want to make sure that you're not going over your weekly calorie budget. Because yes, you can undo all of your progress on the weekend, even if you were perfect Monday through Friday, and then you just binge and eat whatever Saturday, Sunday. That does throw off your caloric average for the week, and you could risk putting yourself in a calorie surplus, which causes weight gain over time, or you're just stuck at your maintenance and nothing changes. Number 5, include foods you love. Follow the 80-20 rule, or even better, the 90-10 rule. 80 to 90% of your food is whole, nutrient-dense sources. 10 to 20% of your food is fun stuff. Remember, this is a lifestyle and not restriction. I actually eat chocolate almost every day, and I stay pretty lean. I eat carbs every single day, and you certainly do not need to cut out fun foods you love just because you're tracking macros. You can have fun with your recipes. Make a high-protein pizza or tacos or pasta bowls. Include foods you actually enjoy eating. Too many women think tracking macros is restrictive, but they're really just doing that to themselves, because when they start tracking their food, they automatically think it means you can only eat chicken and broccoli all day. But no, honey, I get creative, okay? I actually have been having lasagna for my lunch this entire week, and then I made some really tasty like orange chicken teriyaki bowls, and I'm tracking everything and I'm making it fit into my macros. That's how you make this sustainable, not by doing something restrictive and boring, but actually making it a lifestyle. Now, I don't mean that you should just be eating like crap all day, okay? Obviously, you want to choose foods that make you feel good, that help you perform better in the gym, that help you get stronger and have more energy. But of course, there are rooms and times for fun and flexibility. Which brings me to step number 6, is have a treat meal once per week. This is a meal that you don't need to track. It's just a fun meal out with family and friends. Get the cheeseburger and just move on with your life. Now, I do want to say this though, this is not a full-out binge. This is not a treat day where it's a cheat day or a binge change day. And notice how I call it treat meal, not a cheat meal, because if you feel the need to cheat on your diet, then what you're doing is not sustainable. It's more of a treat, okay? You just kind of take a break from your tracking and you get to have one fun meal. And all you do is you replace your regular meal that you would have eaten with a fun meal out with your family and friends. But just because you're doing this, it doesn't mean you always need to get the most high calorie, worst option, the deep fried something. You can also get something like a salmon bowl or a sandwich, or, it doesn't have to be this like deep fried thing, or getting appetizers and then lunch and then dessert and then drinks. Like, just maybe choose one fun meal. One meal's not going to ruin your progress, but if you take that meal and you say, screw it, I already messed up, I'm just going to start over next week, and then you snowball and you just keep binging and going out. No, those are the things that are going to ruin your progress. You just get right back on track to your routine the next day. Section number 2, the training piece. This is where you build the muscle that creates that lean look. Number 1, prioritize weight training 3 to 5 times per week. This should be your main focus if you want to get lean, not just cardio. Yes, cardio has its time and place, okay? Don't come for me in the comments. I have clients that do marathons or training for triathlons, or they truly love running and cycling. I do program cardio. The difference is it's intentional. You're not just jumping on the elliptical, doing an hour of cardio a day, thinking that it's gonna get you more lean and toned. Cardio burns calories, but caloric burn does not always equal to getting a more lean and toned physique. Like I said, you actually look lean and toned from having muscle, not doing cardio. Number 2, train hard and lift with progressive overload. Not just about lifting heavy. Your form is more important. You want to lift as heavy as you can, challenge yourself as hard as you can while maintaining perfect form. This is why I have my clients send me form videos in our training app so we can give them feedback and make sure they are doing the exercises correctly. You should be challenging yourself though. You should be training with progressive overload and getting stronger over time. Your workout should not be a walk in the park. And if you're someone who says, that workout wasn't intense enough for me, honey, that's on you. That means that you are not pushing yourself. The intensity of your workout is on you who's doing the workout, not the workout itself. I could make one of my leg days the easiest workout ever by using very light weights, just kind of going through the motions, doing things really fast, speeding through it. Or I could make that same workout the hardest workout of my life because I'm choosing very heavy, challenging weights for me. I am slowing down my tempo. I'm getting full range of motion. I'm not just going through the motions, but I'm actually being intentional with every single rep and every single exercise. That is called intensity, and that's how you train to transform your body. And you do want to be training to failure. Most women I see in the gym are not training to failure at all, and they wonder why they're working out often but not making changes in their body. You have to be training hard if you actually want to grow your glutes or build that toned body. It doesn't come from just walking in willy-nilly, doing whatever you want. Building muscle does not happen on accident. It's very hard to do. Number 3, use cardio as a tool, not the end-all be-all. Sometimes I will use cardio as a tool to push us further into a calorie deficit, but you don't want to rely on cardio to lose fat. For example, I'm in a place where I maintain this lean physique year-round, and I don't have any cardio right now. It's not necessary, and it shouldn't be your priority. Like I said, we can sprinkle it in here and there, but what really builds a lean and toned body is strength training. And number 4, focus on quality over quantity. More workouts does not always mean better. You should not be doing 6 workouts per week. You should not be doing 7 workouts per week. 5 workouts per week is the max that I recommend because you actually build muscle and recover on your rest days. So I do recommend at least 2 full rest days per week, and no, there's no need to feel guilty about it. You're actually doing yourself more harm than good if you are training more than that. I train 4 times per week. I have 3 full rest days. I don't do anything on my rest days, but maybe take some steps. It's more about how hard you're pushing, the quality of your workouts, the quality of each of your reps, and how intentional you are. Section 3, the mindset part. Honestly, this journey is more of a mental journey than a physical one. Number 1, let go of the all or nothing mentality. It's not all or nothing, it's all or something. Something is always better than nothing. Have a floor and a ceiling. The ceiling is the perfect day. You hit your macros perfectly, you got your workout in, you hit your steps, your water, your fiber intake, your sleep, your morning routine. Perfect day. But it's not realistic to think that you are going to have a perfect day every single day. And it's also not realistic to say, well, I can't have a perfect day, so what's the point? The floor is going to be the bare minimum that you need to show up for each day. Maybe your floor is hitting your steps that day. Maybe it's going for a walk outside. Maybe it's hitting your calorie goal instead of all 3 macros. This will train your brain to start thinking, what can I do? What is one thing I can do today? Even though I can't do everything today, or maybe it's not a perfect day, how can I at least do one thing that gets me closer to my goals? This is a growth mindset that's actually going to carry you to results. The all or nothing mentality will just keep you stuck where you are. Number 2, stop comparing your journey to others. yours. Everyone's timeline is different. You need to focus on your journey, stay in your lane, because whether a woman lost 20 pounds or not, that does absolutely nothing to your fitness journey. Now, you can definitely look at other women and use it as inspiration and motivation and say things like, you know what, that's amazing. If she can do it, so can I. If one person can do it, it's already been proven possible. That's a little bit different. You can do it in a healthy way. But if you are making yourself feel bad because you are not where another woman is, it doesn't really make sense, because we all have different starting points. We all have different levels of education and knowledge and skill sets when it comes to nutrition and training and different backgrounds, different schedules. So what you really need to worry about is your own journey. Number 3, trust the process and stay consistent. Even when you don't see immediate results, you have to learn how to delay gratification. Even when it's hard and even when you want to give up, you have to keep going. Quitting is not an option, and you need to trust the process. You cannot get emotional over every time the scale goes up. You feel like you need to change programs or change things all the time or switch from one thing to the next just because it's not working after a few weeks. You got to learn how to stay grounded, emotionally regulated. Just focus on showing up every day and being consistent. That's where you should be putting your energy and focus. Number 4, remember your why. Why did you start this journey in the first place? This is one of the first things I have every client do who joins our program, is get super clear on their vision, what type of woman they want to become, what type of life do they want to build. Because yes, losing fat and getting toned, that's a great goal, but it's very surface level. You need to dig deep and ask yourself, why do I want to get leaner? Why do I want to have more confidence? Why do I want to have more energy? What type of legacy are you wanting to build for your current kids or your future family? Are you wanting to show up better in your relationship or in your career? You need to have a very deep why, because that why is going to carry you through the hard days. And that brings me to number 5, show up for yourself even when you don't want to. Don't let your emotions and your feeling dictate your actions. You need to let your goal dictate your actions. You need to show up as the woman you want to become, not the woman who you are right now. Because showing up for yourself and keeping promises you make to yourself, that is what builds confidence. It's also what builds momentum, and it's what gets you results. So now let me share my exact method for how I get ladies lean, toned, confident, and strong. When a client comes to me, the first thing I do is I assess where they're at. What's their current nutrition looking like? What's their current training looking like? What's their current lifestyle, their stress levels, their dieting history? And of course, what are their goals and what are their struggles? From there, we create a completely customized plan for them. This includes customized macros for their body, their goals, and their eating habits, as well as a meal plan with their favorite foods that goes along with that macro split, a grocery list. This way it takes away all the thinking for them. It's not a cookie cutter plan, it's something that actually is built for them. Then we create a personalized training program that's built around their schedule, the equipment they have access to, their previous injuries or mobility limitations. We focus on progressive overload, building muscle and getting stronger, not burning calories and getting smaller. Then the bi-weekly check-ins is where we assess progress photos and biofeedback, their weight, their sleep, their stress, their hunger, their digestion. These are all things we look at and take into consideration to decide if we should make an adjustment to their protocols. Because you shouldn't stay at the same program forever, but you also shouldn't switch things up too soon. So we adjust their plan if needed based on how their body is responding and also their adherence to the plan. And finally, the most important part is the constant support and accountability, because let's be honest, you don't need more information. I know you're watching this YouTube video right now. You probably do a ton of research every single week on YouTube, TikTok, Google, ChatGPT for your fitness journey. But it's not more information you need, because you have had videos like this one you're watching right now, recipes online, meal plans, workout programs online for years. You've had access to information at your fingertips for a long time and you're still stuck. That proves that it's not more information you need. It's how to implement it. It's how to show up for yourself. It's the accountability, the support, someone to believe in you and really push you. And I hold all of my clients to very high standards because of the potential I see in them. We're not just giving you a plan and then just saying good luck. We are coaching you through the hard days and celebrating your wins and overcoming limiting beliefs and overcoming self-sabotage and habits and old thought patterns that have kept you stuck for years. Because here's the thing, anyone can give you a meal plan and a program. I mean, ChatGPT can go give you one right now. But what actually gets you results is having a coach that understands the female body inside and out, who knows how to troubleshoot things when things are not working or when we hit a plateau or when we're struggling with mindset. And of course, someone who genuinely cares about your success. Let me give you some examples of how this plays out. My client Kelsey is an occupational therapist and a busy nursing student. And when she joined our program, she was no stranger to working out. She had already been lifting weights for years. She was already eating healthy. She already had a healthy lifestyle, but she was not seeing any changes. She felt like she was taking all of her before before photos, but never had any after photos. So she knew that what she was doing wasn't working. Even though she thought she was doing everything right, she knew she needed extra help to get to that next level. And at just about 8 to 9 weeks into our program, that's when she started really transforming. Now she's barely 16 weeks in, and she has seen the most progress she has ever seen in years of trying on her own, only being in our program for a few weeks. She's lost 10 pounds, she's leaner, she's stronger, she's more confident, and she is the example for all of her friends and coworkers. This just shows the magic of when you have the right macronutrient split created for you, the right training program that's created for you. And when you follow it and you're consistent, because Kelsey, she's consistent, okay? She simply follows the plan. That is how you get amazing results like this. My client Janelle is another great example. She's in her 60s, she's down 20 pounds, and we got these results doing at-home workouts. She's a wife, she's a grandmother, she's a mother, and she also works full-time too. And she got these results doing at-home workouts, no gym, just a pair of dumbbells. But she's consistent. She tracks her macros, she checks in, she gets her workouts done, she hits her daily steps. And as a result, not only has she lost weight, but she's stronger, she's healthier. She can be the best grandma and wife and mother for her family. And lastly is my client Tori, who is actually Janelle's daughter. I do have a couple of mommy-daughter duos in our program, but Tori was also no stranger to working out before our program. In fact, she was a Beachbody coach. So she was, of course, coaching people and doing the Beachbody workouts, but the meal plans and the nutrition was not sustainable for her. She still was not seeing results. And in our program, after getting on a customized program for her, she lost almost 30 pounds. She was the lightest and strongest, happiest, most confident she's ever been. And the best part is she recently just became a new mom. She gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. She crushed it all throughout her pregnancy. She was in the program. Even right now, during her postpartum journey, we are still working together, and she is showing up as the strongest, newest version of herself as a new mom. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, okay, Hallie, I need you and your team's help. I'm tired of spinning my wheels and not seeing results. I'm working out, I'm doing all the things, but I'm still not making progress. Here's what you need to do. Click the link in the description, and I want you to fill out my coaching application to work with me and my team. This application is going to ask you about your goals, your history, your lifestyle, your struggles, what you're currently doing, and I'm also going to make sure that you are a good fit for the team. This actually is an application. We do not accept everyone who applies to work with us because I want to make sure that you're actually committed to making a change. From there, you can book a call with me and my team. We'll talk through everything, see if we can help you, and come up with a game plan to reach your goal. But we only take on a limited number of clients at a time because we want to give our full energy and passion to each client. But make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any other videos. Thank you so much for watching this, and I want you to click on this next video here.